All right, this is Andy Matthews with MeepleMountain.com, and we're here at Gen Con 50 at the Cephalofair booth with Isaac, who's going to talk to us about Gloomhaven and founders of Gloomhaven. Take it away, Isaac.
Hey, all right, so yeah, Gloomhaven is a cooperative tactical dungeon crawl game with a giant campaign aspect to it. Some legacy aspects as well, but you're going to be going through this big open world with branching story paths, playing different fantasy characters. Not your typical fantasy races though, you got lots of unique elements to it, and the combat itself, you can go from scenario to scenario, fighting monsters. The combat is very decision oriented as opposed to like randomness oriented, so it's all about picking the right cards to play at the right times to do damage to the monsters you need to kill, or disarming them or whatever, instead of just rolling a bunch of dice. It's card based instead. So, and there's just a ton of content, more content than you could ever imagine. It's a giant box, 17 different character classes, 11 of which are locked, and you get to unlock them by doing these personal quests, which are going to retire your characters. So you're constantly like playing new characters and experiencing new content. It's just a big giant open world.
That sounds amazing.
It's it's a lot to summarize briefly, but hopefully that gives you a good idea.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about Founders.
Yeah, so we've also got Founders of Gloomhaven, which is sort of the prequel Euro game to Gloomhaven. So it's not an expansion; it's a completely separate game, very different. It's much more Euro mechanics as opposed to dungeon crawl, rolling and smashing monsters. You are a bunch of different races who have come together to build the city of Gloomhaven. So it's set like hundreds of years in the past before the events of the Gloomhaven campaign.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a tile placement game, city building. You've got a deck of cards, and you're playing a card from your hand every time it's your turn. You just go around the table playing cards. Each card lets you do actions, and you've got different resources that you're placing out on the board, and then combining those resources into more advanced resources, and then delivering those resources to prestige buildings to earn points.
Sure.
So it's got like a Concordia flow to it, where you play cards and then eventually you play a card to get all your cards back.
I love that mechanism.
And and when you get your cards back, that's how you put new prestige buildings out on the board. There's like a vote where there's sort of a blind bid, where you're bidding influence that you've gathered over the course of the game to decide which of 3 buildings gets placed out on the board. And those are all scoring opportunities, so you want to make sure you're scoring the resources that you're building as opposed to the resources that the other players are building.
So now the game is competitive, but it is it sounds like it has a cooperative element to it.
Yeah, you're of forced to work together.
Yeah.
Because you can never sort of make the advanced resources just using your own. You all have to use other people's resources, because each person controls different resources. So you've got to sort of reach out to them and use their resources, but at the same time trying to get more points than them.
Sounds just like modern politics.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I can't think of anything.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Well, thanks so much for taking time. Really appreciate it. And congratulations on the huge success of Gloomhaven. That's great for you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a great wild ride.
All right.
With Gloomhaven shooting up.
Yep. This is Andy Matthews with Meeple Mountain, and if you'd like more information about the games we talked about, check the description below.